We have been traveling the rich lands of East Africa, far and wide, across the highlands and lowlands of this beautiful region, talking to farmers wherever we go.
We have given them the help and knowledge they need to improve their farming methods,
increase their income, and turn their farms into good business for the future.
Join us and our experts on this journey across East Africa and share the family's experiences as they make these changes.
Karibu to the Shamba Shape-Up Safari. Welcome to yet again another Shamba Shape-Up. We are here in Nyeri County to introduce a farmer to sweet potatoes.
Orange sweet potatoes.
Let's go and meet the farmer. Meet Beatrice, Nicodemus, and their two children. They all live here in Nyeri in their 1-acre Shamba.
So, Nicodemus, for how long have you been farming?
3 years, from 2010 2013.
So what do you have on the farm?
I have daily cattle and chicken.
What kind of crops do you grow?
Only maize.
Only maize? I see.
Now, Beatrice, do you grow sweet potatoes?
Yeah, I grow sweet potatoes.
Oh, so you love eating sweet potatoes?
Yeah, I love eating sweet potatoes very much.
Okay, fine.
And for my kids.
And for your kids?
Yeah.
What color are your sweet potatoes?
The color of our sweet potatoes are white.
What if I tell you they are orange sweet potatoes? What did you say?
I can be very happy because I have not met one.
Now, in your farm, how are your crops? Are they doing well?
No, they are not doing very well because of the climate or the mixture of the soil and manure. We have not been trained very well how to mix the manure, how to prepare the garden.
Okay.
So what kind of chickens do you have?
They are Kienyeji. I have 17.
We didn't come alone as Shamba Shape-Up. We've got experts. We're going to look at your crops, see where the problem is. Maybe it's your soil. Somebody will come in, an expert, about your chickens. And we can see, as Shamba Shape-Up, we'll see how we can help you to make sure that you are truly shaped up.
So are you ready for the shape-up?
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Naomi, there's loads of work to be done here, and I think we better get started. And as usual, I'm sure you want to start with the chickens.
Surprise, surprise. I would like to start with sweet potatoes.
Orange sweet potatoes.
Yes.
Now, why would you want to do that?
Because I'm sweet.
Oh, really? I'll start with the chickens. I hope this time they'll like me.
Hopefully.
Okay, good.
Ladies first.
Oh.
So this is where you are growing your
My sweet potatoes.
sweet potato, right?
Sammy Agili, an expert in sweet potatoes, is here to see how he can improve Beatrice's sweet potato farming. So Sammy, you've had a look at Beatrice's sweet potatoes patch. You have something to tell us about a different kind of potato.
Sure, I have something to tell you.
Yes.
You can see from my hands, we have the local one, which is cream, and the orange fleshed one, which is orange inside. Can you see the difference?
Yes, I'm seeing.
We are trying to promote this one because of the nutritional benefit. It is rich in vitamin A that is required by the body. And vitamin A helps to boost the body defensive system. It is very, very important for children under 5 and also pregnant mothers. And children like it very much.
Yes.
Really?
Oh, yes, yes. Very sweet.
To give children a healthy boost, add mashed OFSP to their porridge.
And remember also, you don't need much to give the child to meet his daily requirement. You normally eat ugali, right?
Yes.
Do you use a spoon or you use your fingers?
Fingers.
of
Now
course.
that size that you make with your fingers, when you want to scoop the soup, it's more or less that size.
So Beatrice here would love to know how to plant this orange flesh sweet potato. So how do you go about it?
Well, I think the first step is to make sure that you have a good source of your planting material, which must be disease-free.
Where can I get the planting material?
There are two sources. One, the Ministry of Agriculture Extension staff. Now, the other place is Kari Embu. in this area.
So now she has her planting materials. So how does she prepare the land and what exactly does she do?
The first thing before you even start preparing the land, you make sure that that land, the previous crop was not sweet potato. Because if you plant the same, then there are chances of build-up of diseases in that field. So you need a field that was not previously planted or sweet potato. So you plow your land, you do the harrowing, and then you make your ridges, which should be 1 meter apart. And then you choose your planting material now. Remember, the recommended length of your planting material should be about 30 centimeters. This should have at least 3 nodes, 1, 2, 3, where 2 nodes should go down on the ridge when you are planting, and 1 node should be out of the ridge. And the distance between one plant and the other should be 30 centimeters.
And so what is the importance of ridges?
The importance of ridges is to allow the storage roots to expand uniformly in the soil so that you have good sized roots that you harvest.
Do you need to use fertilizer?
The beauty of sweet potato is it doesn't require fertilization, but we encourage farmers to apply manure into their farms. Yeah, so the only nutrient that is very critical for sweet potato is potassium. And you can apply the ordinary ash in your shamba as a source of potassium.
Inside the furrows? Or?
You just use the same method you use for applying your fertilizer.
When is the best time for planting?
So you look and see when you normally receive your rains, and then you prepare in advance. Your planting material should be ready, your land should be ready, so that when rain falls, you also do the what? The planting.
So you've had it, huh? Nicodemus and Beatrice. Yeah. So you spread the good news, right?
Yes, we are going to spread it.
So are we ready to plant?
Yes.
With Sammy's advice, we got planting the orange flesh sweet potatoes using the ridge method. First, the land is cleared and is prepared by cleaning and smoothing out. And ridges 1 meter apart are made. We then select vines and cut them in 3 nodes. And at this point, even Granny was curious as to what was going on and came in to help. On top of the ridge, we plant the vines with 2 nodes in the soil and 1 out. The ridges ensure the plants have enough soil to produce many large roots. A job well done, and Beatrice was a happy farmer.
Mr. Joseph Kiama works with the Ministry of Agriculture and is here to help Beatrice improve her chicken flock. Now, Beatrice and Nick had promised you an expert to check on your traditional chickens or Kienyeji, and here he is. And I can see you've actually put up a structure here, and Mr. Kiama is going to tell us what problems he can see in this structure. What do you see?
The house has several limitations.
Yes.
The floor space is not adequate. Since an improved poultry requires 1 feet squared, you can see they're already squeezed. The house has no good roofing. When it rains, water gets inside the house. The floor is very dirty. You can see the height of the house, which is allowed 3 feet. An improved house should be allowed 2.5 meter, where a farmer can be able to work comfortably. There is no door, so those are major limitations that need to be improved.
Ah, good. So, Beatrice, why is there no roof here? I think your chickens love to sunbathe or what?
They don't like the sun, so I was preparing myself. When they grow, I'll build another big house.
And if I give you extra chickens, do you promise to take care of them?
Yes, pretty much.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I won't find them sunbathing.
Yes.
That's great. Now, what else do we require here?
Yeah, the house also requires patches so that the birds can be resting.
Wow, these chickens are so demanding. Living room, bedroom. Each chicken needs 1 square foot of space. So, 30 chickens need 30 square feet of space, which means about 4 feet by 8 feet. And the shed should be 7 feet high so that the farmer can get in easily. Chickens can share laying nests. 5 birds can use 1 nest. So 30 birds need 6 nests. Each nest should be 1 foot cubed. That is 1 foot wide by 1 foot long by 1 foot high. Now, farmers, you've heard from the expert. I hope you'll do what he has told you to do. You can start building. Let's have fun. Let's build this. And so, under Mr. Kiama's instructions, we begin construction of the improved chicken shed.
Beatrice really wants to grow a lot of vegetables. Her current crop, though, is not doing very well. Paul from Mayor has come to tell us what is wrong. Paul, even before you say anything concerning Beatrice's vegetables, let me just say they don't look good. But what do you think?
Actually, that's very true. They don't look good. There is no good organization in the field. There is no proper spacing maintained. Basically, we can say she has been doing poorly.
So, Beatrice, you agree?
Yes.
If you happen to look at the British sukuma, you'll find that some are not even green.
Right. And that what is the problem?
The yellow coloration you'll see in some of these leaves is lack of nitrogen. And actually, that is not what we eat. We need to eat a sukuma which has a good green color,
Right.
a tender one, and at least a big one which has a good shape. But unfortunately, what we can see here, a lot are yellow, and definitely no one can be able to feed on that.
So what's the solution?
The solution to this is to use the proper fertilizer. So with Beatrice, the crop that you'll be planting, we want you to be top dressing them with CAN, so that you can avoid this yellow coloration on your leaves. If she tries to rejuvenate this crop, it might be very expensive and she might not get a proper yield. So the best way to go for Beatrice should be preparing a new rad, observing good spacing, planting the good variety, and using the good fertilizer for planting.
So do we uproot all these or do we go to a new patch?
The best thing now is to prepare a new rad.
Right.
We need to rotate this section. We plant another crop, then we plant new sukumas in another field.
As Paul prepares a new patch, it's time for a snack.
Naomi, I had an interesting talk with a chicken expert, and I'm happy to report that the farmers are also very happy and construction work has started. So where is the snack?
Well, Beatrice is making us the orange-fleshed potatoes.
The orange-fleshed sweet potatoes.
Yes, sweet potatoes.
Very soon you are going to be dressed in orange.
You can bet me I will.
More after the break. Welcome back to Shamba Shape Up. We're still here in Nyeri County. Naomi, we can't sit here waiting for sweet potatoes the whole day. We've got loads of work ahead. We've got still more to learn about the chickens. We've got crops and construction still going on. Let's get to it.
Okay. Fine.
As the chicken shed construction carries on, the new patch is ready, and Paul shows us how to plant sukuma and spinach.
What we have here is a planting fertilizer, what we call Mea Mazao 23. And we are using Mea Mazao 23 because it does not acidify Beatrice's land.
And so what are the sticks for?
These sticks, we are using them to measure the spacing from one seedling to the other. And it will be 1 foot by 1 foot. That is 30 centimeters by 30 centimeters.
From one row to another?
The same. 30 centimeters from row to the row, and 30 centimeters from plant to the other.
Plant. So shall we start planting then?
Yes, we can.
When planting sukuma wiki or spinach, make rows 30 centimeters apart and holes 30 centimeters apart on each row. Put 10 grams or 1 bottle cup of Mea Mazao 23 fertilizer in each hole. Mix the soil and fertilizer. Water the holes. Then plant the seedlings, making sure that the roots go into the soil straight.
With the seedlings off to a good start, it's time to find out about a new breed of chicken.
This is a chicken from Kari, Naivasha, which has been developed for local condition within our country. And I think it will be easier for Beatrice to take care of it. It's a good breed.
It's a good breed.
Yeah.
Good. So, Doc, what is the production of these Kari chicken?
You find the local chicken can give you up to 60 eggs in a year. As opposed to Kari, because of genetic development and all that, they can give you up to 200 eggs in a year.
I'm sure Beatrice is very grateful that you brought her some chickens.
Yes.
How does she feed them?
In the initial 1 month, she can go and buy chicken duck mash. She feeds them, and then the birds grow very fast, because at that age you need the birds to grow so fast so that they can develop very heavy bones so as to accommodate the subsequent structure. The first 1 month, because of the disease control and water view, you need to confine the chicken, because most of the farmers, you find they lose a lot of their chicken when they just left to move around the compound. They get all the infection, maybe they're not taken care of, maybe there might be some animals which will come and pick them, like the hawk and whatnot. So you confine them. After the first 1 month, you can just be leaving them. They go graze a bit within the compound, and then you do what is called supplementary feeding.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, when the chickens free range and move around, I'm sure they get maybe some sort of diseases or something. How do you take care of that?
Okay, there are various types of diseases, but for indigenous chicken, mainly you're looking at 3 main diseases. The first one is Newcastle, the second one is Gumboro, and the third one is smallpox. So the best way is to vaccinate your birds against this disease so that you don't have an infection in your farm which may end up killing most, if not all, of your chicken.
And how do you vaccinate your chickens against them?
Like Newcastle, what you do once you have mixed your vaccine, you can put it through eye drop in the eyes or in the nostril. That one will be done with the Newcastle. Okay, the second disease we have talked about is the smallpox. The smallpox usually is a disease which affects the swellings on the face. What you do, you come here, there's what we call a wing web. It's kind of a web. If you look at a net, it's something like that. There's no meat there, there's no muscle there. So at this wing web is where you mix your vaccine, and then you just jab there, you're done, and then you're vaccinated that bird. And the last disease you're looking at is what we call Gumboro. And Gumboro basically causes a lot of deaths for chicken which are less than 2 months of age. So what you do, you have to confine your chicken. Of course, they'll be eating some mash feed. So when they're taking that feed, it makes them very thirsty. So you need to withdraw water for about 1 or 2 hours so that the birds just eat that soft food, and then when you're introducing the vaccine, the birds will be very thirsty, so all of them will just go and drink that water. And you need to mix water which will be consumed within 2 hours.
Thank you very much, Doctor. That was very useful information. Beatrice, I hope you've learned so much.
Yes, I have learned so much.
Dr. Lawrence works with a STRIDE program, which is helping young people to succeed in farming. Margaret has come to tell us more. Now, Margaret, tell me,
Yes.
what is STRIDE?
It's one of TechnoServe programs that strengthens rural youth development through enterprise. Because for us to solve the issues that are happening in our country, we need to make sure that all youth transition to adulthood, being economically dependent.
So if I bring in some youth, are they supposed to pay? Or...
We don't charge anything. We just need groups of youth between 18 to 30 years who form a group of 25. And we come in with a youth trainer who is from the local area where the youth come from.
So, Margaret, what's the connection between STRIDE and chickens?
So what we have done, we have linked our young people and we've been able to help them or support them bring the Kari breed. They're getting expert advice from our doctor and also from the institution here in Nyeri County.
Are they keen?
They're very keen because one, not only are they bringing a new breed within the county, but they'll also make some money out of it, and you're able to link them to even the markets for the chicken. it has actually tremendously changed their lives.
Supposing I'm over 30, what do I do? And I want to join Stride. Will you consider?
Unfortunately, we are strictly within 18 to 30 years.
I'm out. You still here?
Yep.
So different breeds of chicken. One of them look like a Rasta man. The other look like a member of a rock band. You know, they're fascinating. Some of us have been working.
I better find something to do.
Yeah, good, great, finally.
Peter from Syngenta was here a week ago to prepare seed beds for and with Beatrice. Seed beds need to be prepared a week before you plant. Peter will tell us why.
When I met Beatrice, I learned that she used to come and dig the same day, put manure, and then introduce the seeds the same day. But we didn't recommend that that's not the correct way of doing it, because the farmer ends up losing a lot of seeds. And according to the seeds we are selling to farmers nowadays, they are hybrid, they are expensive. So our recommendation is that the seed bed has to be prepared 7 days before. This allows the soil to be well aerated and to have time for the mixing of the soil and the manure. Because if you do it today and you try to mix it, finally you realize that it is not fully mixed up. So basically you end up losing most of the seeds. Maybe you can introduce about 1,000 seeds here, you end up only getting about 300 or 200 seeds germinating. But when you prepare the nursery bed 7 days before, then you come back on the 6th day, you do the digging again, because it has to be dug twice to make sure that the soil and the manure are well mixed up, to avoid the manure coming into contact direct with the seeds. So basically that is why we did it. We did it last week. I came yesterday evening. We had to redig it again, and then we had also to level and to water it. So the nursery is ready for the seeds today.
So Peter, what are we planting today?
Today we are going to plant capsicum. In Syngenta we have 2 varieties, but for this specific nursery we are going to do Admiro. It's a variety of a capsicum that turns from green to yellow. The demand for the yellow and the red in the market is extremely high in the market. Basically from the 2 varieties, you can either plant them inside the greenhouse or you do them in the open field. So what you should expect of the Admiro variety is between 2 to 4 kilos from one plant.
So how do you go about planting?
You have to mix the seeds with the seed dress called apron star. This is what we have today. And this apron star, it has fungicides and one insecticide. Let's make sure when you mix the product with the seeds, instead of maybe the seeds taking about 21 or a month to germinate, they may germinate between 7 to 14 days. And the other advantage of the apron star is that when you use it, you are sure of that your seeds and even the seedlings, when they come out, they are well protected from fungal diseases and insects from any damage and attack. After this, you have between 6 to 8 weeks, we have to remove them from the bed and then take them to the main field. Strong seedlings, when you take them to the main field, the chances of them drying up is not there.
Wow.
If you do them too close, most of them may not survive when you take them to the main field.
So the spacing is very important.
Very crucial.
Are you ready to plant, Beatrice?
Yes, I'm ready.
Remember, when planting vegetables, prepare the nursery 7 days in advance by digging the bed and mixing with manure. Then, on the 6th day, dig the bed again and level it. When planting capsicums like Admiral, make shallow lines 6 inches apart. Mix the seeds with the apron star. Always wear protective gear when handling chemicals. Then plant the seeds 1 inch apart. Cover lightly with soil. Put mulch on top to hold the seeds in place. And then water the bed. With the chicken shed done, it was time to move the chickens into their new home. Even the neighbors' children were here to help and were soon chasing down some of the runaway chickens. Sorry, I'm still trying to catch my breath. I've been busy chasing the chickens. They didn't want to get in, but as soon as I got in, they're now comfortable. They're in the sitting room. Now tell me, we've been at your farm. How are you feeling right now?
We are very grateful for you people. You have done us very much.
I'm going to be the first farmer here in Kalia.
Yes.
Who will be growing so many good vegetables,
Yeah.
so that people will be coming and be enjoying them.
And you'll be the queen of vegetables.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll be called Mama Vegetables.
Mama vegetables. There you go.
That's wonderful. So you have Baba chickens and Mama
Mama
vegetables.
vegetables.
Yes, okay, all right. And you've had it right here on Shamba Shape Up. To receive all Shamba Shape Up leaflets, SMS the word all with your name and address to 30606. If you'd like to receive just the leaflet for this farm, SMS farmer, that's the name of the farmer, with your name and address to 30606. Shamba Shape Up is online. To learn more about today's topics or to watch any of our previous episodes, visit shambashapeup.com, select the episode and click play. You could also visit our Facebook page, Shamba Shape Up, to get more information, get involved in discussions, and also get a chance to enter some of our great competition to win great prizes. You can also find us on Twitter at Shamba Shape Up.